Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back. I'm back. MrMaskman. MrMaskman, the original The original YouTube channel. The original YouTube channel, MrMaskman / Mr. Love Man. I am back. Man, it was a long ride, man. I've been gone for a while. I've been struggling, y'all, but I'm back doing my thing. Man, it was a hard couple of months, y'all. I'm still homeless, y'all. I'm still homeless. Still working on getting me my own place. Today is December 3rd, Sunday. Or no, December 2nd. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm staying in a tent under a bridge, but a guy just saw me and let me stay with him. I was literally just sitting in the rain. Just hoping to make it through the night. And I was like, I gotta gangster this out. I gotta deal with what's coming. And I was kind of relying on the generosity of a white man as much as you can rely on that. And the white man wouldn't even give me a blanket. But then he gave somebody else a blanket and he was telling me I could sleep on cardboard and a bunch of bullshit that I was dealing with. But eventually he gave me like a poncho and I was sleeping in the rain. And some black man just out of the clear blue sky walked up on me and said, "Hey man, come stay in my tent." And that just worked out, man. It just worked out. Now I'm watching myself because it's the middle of the night. But yeah, man, I'm good, y'all. The biblical videos, the bang bang, I'm gonna put a pause on that because I ain't really tripping no more. I ain't really mad. I just wanted to make it back to this point where I had my channel back. I'm not gonna make any references and I'm not going to mention the vision that I had until I get to a place. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for me to mention my vision. It doesn't make sense for me to talk about the vision until I have a place of my own, and stuff like that. It doesn't make sense. Talking about me talking to two deceased men, in reference to who I want to marry and all that shit. It just doesn't make good sense right here, right now. I feel like I need to be at a different point in my life, and it won't be that much longer. Here's what I want to have before I talk about the vision on this channel. I want to have my own apartment that I pay 30% of my income for, that I don't pay out the nose for. My own personal apartment, my apartment just I stay in by myself. I want to have a Google Pixel, some Bose headphones, maybe a laptop, Yeah, definitely a laptop, internet. You know, I want to be established as an independent adult. So give me till sometime next year. You know, give me a little while, and then I will discuss the vision. I think that everything is rocking and rolling, and I'll be able to have that discussion on this channel, and it'll mean something, and it'll matter, and it'll be significant. I don't want to talk about my vision as some homeless nigga, and then I get smoked, and then I was a nobody, and then it don't mean nothing. But if I'm established, if I have a home, if I have, you know, property and shit, you know, if I'm somebody other than just a mask, you know, then it'll be relevant for me to talk about my vision, you know. And the vision, the vision concerns Dick Gregory and Patrice O'Neal. That's all I'm gonna say. But hopefully in sometime in March of next year, maybe a little thereafter, you know, I have all the tools I need to have to make a really good, really long video. I want that video to be like over 3 hours. I want to have a camera that can go backwards and forwards. I want to be able to, like, you know, really give you a really good experience and really take this channel to a whole nother level and go to a whole different point with it. Okay, no more references to anybody that I want to, you know, marry, anything like that, because I'm not trying to summon anybody. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. That was just where I was in my headspace. That's just where I was in my feelings. You know, I'm a man that's emotional. You know, I'm a man that's bipolar. You know, I take medicine for this shit. So I got in my feelings about some things that was really my fault and was really, you know, my doing. So, you know, I ain't got no reason to keep, you know, using whatever influence this channel has to, like, clown somebody, embarrass somebody, anything like that. That was never my intention. My intention was just staying alive and keeping my mind together during a very difficult time, and having to deal with a family member who I believe to be a fucking criminal. And I talked about the family member that's a criminal. I discussed that person ad nauseum, and I'm not gonna keep discussing them. I don't know what's gonna happen to that person. I don't know what. And I believe there's 2 family members that's criminals, but I'm not going to discuss the other one, you know. I'm not going to discuss people who are trying to sabotage my life, who are trying to make me some footstool, who are trying to make me some serf, some slave, or get me smoked or raped or killed. I'm not going to keep discussing them like they matter. I don't care. I don't care if they get prosecuted. I don't care if they don't get prosecuted. I just want them off my ass, and I just want my freedom and my power and my security and be able to do my thing. So let's see what we want to talk about in this video. Let's talk about Nick Cannon. Let's talk about Nick Cannon. Sensei Nick Cannon. Sensei Nick Cannon. I watched the Nick Cannon Breakfast Club interview with Klondike Blonde. It was a really good interview, man. It was a really, really, really good interview. Nick Cannon is the fucking man, y'all. Nick Cannon is just the example. It's just the example of a brother who just did it right, man. Nick Cannon is the example of a brother who just did it right, man. Nick Cannon just got his shit together. I mean, he's another one of us who's you know, cursed by our bodies, you know, and some kind of way humanity needs to you know, pray to the Father God, the Creator God, and use all the power that men have and believe in ourselves and deal with this curse that was put on us by the Grim Reaper. You know, we got to deal with that. We got to face that head on, and we can't let that kind of shit happen, because Nick Cannon is the prime example of somebody who should never ever die. You know, as good as that dude is, as intelligent as that dude is, as thoughtful as that dude is, you know, Nick Cannon is a guy who should always be around in some capacity. He should always be on this planet and in heaven, of course. You know, just bringing his goodness into the world and for us to, you know, do. Like one of the things Nick was talking about in the interview with the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, was like he has no interest in having artists signed to him. He's not interested in somebody signing to him. He's interested in making an artist like a popular artist. Like he's not trying to make any kind of money. I don't think he said he wasn't interested in making no money, but he was like he's trying to like make the artist popping. He's not trying to enrich himself through somebody else's hard work. He's not trying to get paid off of what somebody else wrote. He's not trying to get paid off of what somebody else sang. He's not trying to make himself like some kind of record label. He's trying to like help other people come into their own, because he was an artist and he wanted to help other artists. And I just respected the hell out of that man. You know, the caliber of businessman that Nick is. I mean, Nick was a guy, he only folded once, and he folded to the Jews. You know, if you're gonna fold to anybody, you know, it's probably the Jews, you know, are gonna be the one that kind of kick your ass, because they get in everybody's ass, because they have, you know, so much more power than is proportional. You know, so he only really bowed the knee once, and then, you know, after he bowed the knee, he didn't stay in the lane that he was in. He had to switch up the turban, you know, militant Nick, but the conscientious businessman Nick Cannon, he kept that going, and he didn't become like a Terry Crews or a Jason Whitlock. He stayed in his Nick Cannon bag, and he got back into, you know, black, celebrating his blackness and standing up for his family, and, you know, being for the community. And, you know, I just really love Nick Cannon, man, a lot, man. And I just can't say enough good shit about him. It's like, you know, I contrast Nick Cannon and how he runs his family with Marlon Wayans and how he runs his family. You know, I did a video somewhere in that stream of consciousness where I was talking on the Edward J. Anderson Jr. channel. You know, go check that channel out. Go watch those videos. Particularly if you really love me, I want you to check out the video called Set It Off. It's a little cute ditty. It's 2 hours long, so you're going to have to really watch it for a while. There's a 2-hour video, you know, dedicated to the 8-ounce cup Brittany Williams story. Oh man, I had a blast making that video. Long story short, girl that I love, Brittany Williams, told me she made a dude come like an 8-ounce cup's worth of cum, you know, while she was having a sex session. And I did like a recreation of the tale that she told me, and I think it's pretty goddamn funny. So check it out. Edward, EDWARD, JJAYE, Anderson, ANDERSON, capital J, capital R, YouTube.com. Check it out. Set it off. Let's set it off. Picture a little Bootsy. 2-hour video. Watch the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that's a good video. I will never put that video on this channel. I cannot have the woman I truly love and that video on the same channel. The shit just don't go together. You know, I can't put those two videos together. But, you know, this is the woman I truly love. Check it out. Watch that video on my other channel, and watch my other channel, TheMrMaskman Movies and Television. TheMrMaskman Movies and Television. Check that channel out too. You know, tell me what you think. Tell me what's happening. Okay. Nick Cannon was discussing his children, and he was talking about, and Charlamagne was like, how does it feel that your child is a better rapper than you? And he was like, Nick Cannon laughed, and he was like, who you think write his rhymes? But then he caught himself, and he was like, shit, if I say that, they might say my son is whack, so I can't say that I write his rhymes. So he caught himself, and he was like, yeah, I'm trying to keep that whack sauce up off of him, you know, so he probably should write for me. It's like, so it's real cute, you know. But my thing is, like, Marlon Wayans did an interview like a while back, and he was talking about how he has 2 trans children, 2, and he's a Wayans. He has 2 trans children. I'm trying to figure out, like, how does Marlon, like, what is Marlon Wayans doing as a parent that he has 2 children? The boy wants to be a girl, and the girl wants to be a boy, and they are both inside of his family under his leadership. What Marlon Wayans needs to get his head out of the crystals and out of the Erykah Badu, you know, stuff that's going on in his mind, because that shit is ruining his family. Because that weird shit that's cool for you as a grown man it's fucking up your kids, man. It really is, man. In the Janelle Monáe, you know, hairy underarm queer universe, I can understand a celebrity having 1 trans child. One. But 2? Nigga, how many kids do you have? 3? 4? How that many of your kids turn out to be trans? That doesn't make any sense to me, that both your son and your daughter wants to be your daughter and your son. That your children aren't just gay. You don't just have 2 gay children, you have 2 trans children. There's a particular brand of weirdness that you're putting on your kids that is fucking them up. There's something you're doing as a parent that's making your kids turn out that way, because that shit is really, really not just in the atmosphere. That shit is just not in the water. That shit is not just happening. That's you. Nick Cannon got about 10 kids. How many of Nick Cannon's children are trans, Marlon? How many of Nick Cannon's children are even LGBT? Because, and I'm not saying that one won't come out as LGBT eventually. I'm just saying, like, we live in an era where, you know, Zaya Wade and shit, like, if they were like really aggressively gay, like, they would be coming out and saying, hey, I'm queer and I'm Nick Cannon's child. But like, Nick is doing something in his administration that's like preventing that sort of shit from happening. You need to talk to some real, you need to get out of what you're dealing with and talk to some real men, like Nick, or like Damon and Keenan. And stop doing what you're doing, Marlon, because I don't know what the rest of your kids are gonna become or anything like that, because your family, I just don't know what it is, man. And I'm not trying to talk disparagingly about Marlon Wayans, because I like Marlon Wayans. You know, he really made an effort to make himself a bona fide stand-up. He really made an effort to like really you know, refine his game and really become somebody who can talk on stage. I did not like his first few specials, but when he did the special about the Chris Rock Will Smith slap, and he just, the whole special was that. I thought that was a pretty good ass special. Even though he said it wasn't mean-spirited, that shit was mean-spirited as fuck. You know, about fucking about, you know, Chris Rock deserved it because Chris Rock dogged him out when he was first trying to get into comedy, and that was God punishing Chris for being an asshole. Nigga, that shit was mean-spirited as fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You know, if God was punishing Chris Rock by slapping him, then God was punishing you by go. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But you know what it is. Okay, so anyway, Nick was talking about his children, Klondike blonde. Somebody in the comments said that she should take off the hat and the glasses, and I agree. It's like, for a girl that has all those tattoos and trying to get noticed, it's like people want to see what you look like. You can't act like you're already famous. It's like the hat and the glasses, being all covered up, but you covered in tattoos. I agree with the commenters saying that she needs to take all that shit off and let people see what her hair looks like, let people see what her face looks like. It's like, you trying to get out there. It's like, bitch, no. You don't dress like that when you're going on your interview. You don't dress like you cool. We want to see what you look like. We want to see what that face look like. We want to see what that hair look like. We want to see what it do. So I don't know. You know, I would be talking longer in this video, but I'm just trying to wait out till somebody gets some cheeks in a fucking tent. You know, and I don't want to make a video about, you know, fucking Nick Cannon over an hour long. You know, so I guess I'll wrap this up. But anyway, check me out on this channel, MrMaskman / Mr. Loveman / Cat Daddy. If you don't know what a cat daddy is an older man who is capable of and good at attracting younger women. I'm 34, so I want to give me some 25s, some 27s, some, you know, maybe some 22s, maybe some 19s. You know, I want to give me some young pussy. You know, not young pussy, but, you know, young grown women. You know, young grown women. You know, so I'm a cat daddy. I ain't a cat daddy yet, but the cat daddy is the cat daddy of my city is gone, so I take his name just like I took my daddy's name. So come on, get some of this dick. Come on, get some of this dick. Come on. Okay. So anyway, let's sign out. I'll make a short video. I ain't gonna pull out my notebook. I'm gonna do this from memory. I in my videos over here on MrMaskman with the Beyond the Rap. Y'all have been beyond cruel. I am beyond old. I am beyond cold. I am beyond good. I am beyond great. I am beyond kind. I am beyond fine. I am beyond fine. Some like wine. I am the Beyonder, and I am beyond you. I am the Beyonder, and I am beyond.